Spring has sprung and Easter is on its way. In this video, we will show you an easy way to create a Easter fabric basket. This video comes in two parts. In the first part, we will show you how to create an Easter egg design and how to make it special using simple shapes and the circular RA tool. In the second part, we will show you how to make an embroidery basket from scratch and decorate it using the Easter designs you will have already created along with some text. Let's start by creating an ellipse that resembles an egg. Start the ellipse tool and click and drag to create the ellipse. Set the size you prefer. For this video and the template we're using, we will need the egg to fit in a 50 by 50 mm area. Select the ellipse, right-click your mouse, and use Convert to Curves option. This is done so that we can freely edit the shape of the ellipse using the node editor. Start the node editor while simultaneously selecting two nodes on the horizontal center of the ellipse. Right-click on top of the selection and use Auto Smooth node. Keeping the two nodes selected, move them lower to form the egg shape. For easier handling with the circular RA tool later, it is a good idea to move the egg on the upper part of the axis. At this point, you may select any color for the egg and remove the outline. Now we will draw a line using the Outline Shapes tool. I'll draw a curved line, but you can actually draw any line you like. With any kind of line and the arrow tool, you can create a whole different decoration for the egg. Have in mind though that for the purpose of this project, we want the lines to go a little to the outside of the egg in order to work as our cut lines later on. You can edit the line using Node Editor if necessary. For the created line, we'll set the outline type into satin serial and its width at 1.5 mm. Then select the line, right-click, and use Convert Outline to Object option. Our line is ready, so let's start the circular RA tool. A preview of the RA appears and you may customize it. For this design, we need 6 lines to be evenly arranged radially between 145 degrees and 45 degrees. Move the RA center to change its position. Additionally, you may need to move the arc and change the distance from the center so that their bottom ends touch each other. Take your time to find the placement that pleases you, and when you're done, click Apply to finalize the array. Select the lines and the egg at the same time and click Trim from the Shaping menu. Now delete all the lines to see the unique design of your egg. Right-click on the egg and apply Break Apart so that you can set colors and stitches for each part individually. With all parts selected, you can apply one stitch type and pattern of your choice. You can also set the direction of the stitches and patterns with a stitch flow for a beautiful finish. Now, select colors for your design. And you're done with the egg. Using a different line and array placement, you can create as many unique eggs as you like. Let's get to making the basket now. Here we will show you how to make a basket using a hoop 230 millimeters by 230 millimeters, that is 9.1 inches by 9.1 inches. Let's create a square using the rectangle shape. Hold the Control key down while dragging to make sure that the shape remains a square. Right-click to finalize and set the size at 220 millimeters, that is 8.7 inches, and position the object to the center of the axis. Set roundness to 20%. Remove the fill of the object. For the outline, apply running with a double style. Right-click and use Convert to Curves option so that you can fully edit the shape using the node editor. Now we need to make a 6 centimeters or about 2.3 inches non-sewn part on the side where we attach the handle. Start the node editor. The view of the grid may help you at this point. Hover your mouse over the line, right-click, and click Split Outline to cut the line in places. Then delete this node to remove that part. Now start Outline Shape to draw a straight line. The line needs to be an end-to-end length just inside the rectangle. To draw the straight line, click to define the first node, hold the Control key down and define the second node, and then by using the Escape key 3 times, finalize the line and release the tool. Now, using the Tools options, set the position of the line to X at 0 and Y at 45 millimeters or 1.8 inches. Then press Duplicate and move the new line to -45 to place it to the other side. Click Duplicate once again and set the parameter as X at 45, that's 1.8 inches, Y at 0, and then rotate by 90 degrees. Click Duplicate one last time and set the parameter as X at -45, that's -1.8 inches, and Y at 0. Place the embroidery design so that they fit within the trapezoid shown in pink. Make sure that the top and the bottom of the design is 5 millimeters away from the lines. The design is almost ready now. We only need to check the embroidery sequence. Switch to manual mode and move the inner lines at the beginning and the outer line to the end. Check how the design is embroidered with slow redraw. If you're done, prepare your design for the sewing machine. We're ready to embroider now, so make sure you've gathered all the materials you need. We will need outer fabric, lining, fabric for the handle, interfacing, stabilizer, embroidery threads and adhesive spray. We will start by making the handle. Take a fabric for the handle and fold it in half and iron it. Open it and bring both sides to the center crease. Iron again. Fold in half and iron once again. Sew both ends. Iron the interfacing to stick it on the outer fabric. Hoop the stabilizer. Place your outer fabric on the hoop using an adhesive spray. Alternatively, you can hold your fabric in place with pins or tapes. When using pins, just be extra careful not to harm the machine. Open the design. Set the bobbin and needle thread, attach the hoop to the sewing machine and start embroidery. You should embroider all parts except for the outer line. When these parts are embroidered, detach the hoop from the machine, place the handle and tape it to keep it firmly in place. Make sure that the other side of the handle rests on the non-stitched area. Now, place the lining matching the right sides. This is the side where the handle will be sewn by the outer line, while the other side should be left unsewn. Press Start to sew the two fabrics and one side of the handle together. Detach the hoop from the machine and unhoop the stabilizer. If it was pinned, remove the pins as well. Tear off the stabilizer on the outside of the seams. Leave the rest of the stabilizer to enhance the strength of the basket. Cut the outside 5 mm or 1/4 inch off the seam with scissors. Pull the right side out. When the right side is all out, iron it to smooth out any wrinkles. Fold it in a triangle and pin it so that the lines match. Sew along the lines of the 4 corners. Place the other side of the handle between the outer fabric and the lining and sew. Fold the corners down and pin them. Now you can either sew around with your machine, or you can only stitch the corners together by hand. It's ready! You can also embellish those corners using cute patterns or other trimmings. You can use it for eggs, cookies, or an Easter egg hunt. Enjoy! Happy Easter!